Well, Lou, there's another cleanup in the books.
That's right. Number 36, I think, although at this stage I think I'm starting to lose count after 10 years.
Yeah, so...
Good day. Don't normally get as big a turnout in July, but today was really good. We're at about 104 people. Might be a few more when we get the final tally from up the river. And we've gone from basically right Barrowtown boat launch to Foley Lake, way up towards Chilliwack Lake.
So you extended the boundaries this year because of the problems up there at Foley?
Well, we made the trip up there and it's just such a mess that we decided to try to do that, and we'd had some interest in trying to get it cleaned up, and so we actually had the mayor of the city of Chilliwack, Sharon Gates, out today, and we had our MLA, Gwen O'Mahony, out today, and
from Chilliwack Hope. Yep.
Yeah, from Chilliwack Hope, and they are actually up in the Foley Lake area with a couple of pickups and about 8 other people, and they're going to make a real difference up there in that beautiful area, because there was certainly a lot of camping garbage left behind when we checked it yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, that's the important thing. If you can get the politicians to go up there and see firsthand what's going on, and you know, maybe they'll start taking some action to stop this dumping and put us out of a job.
Well, you know, we're noticing at the bottom end down here, people coming back in, and that they didn't get a lot of garbage off the dike area and so on, but there's a couple of reasons for that. The dike's been closed for a while. A wet June, people haven't been out quite as much, and lots of growth, so it's a little harder to see. But generally it's been pretty good. We got some of our unusual stuff again, but in the lower area, pretty clean.
It's the first time we've got a pool table. And I'm sorry that they didn't leave the cues and the balls, so we could have had a little game here while we were waiting.
Yeah, well, we got our 2 fellows that van the dumpster down here,
right.
Phil Matthews, director, and Don Langford. You were mentioning that was sort of an unusual, probably a first, Phil?
That was one of the first. We have a lot of unusual things, and this is the first time we've ever had, I think, a pool table.
Never had a pool
Don
table
wanted to play,
before.
but I said, no, we don't have time. So we've got too many things to do.
There aren't too many good sticks around here. We could, besides, you can't carve sticks off in the protected area here.
No, you'll have Janet down on you.
Yes,
so what was the reports, Don? I know you talked to the people that they were coming back, and what was some of the thoughts they thought on the areas?
Well, the usual happiness and enjoyment of being out here and making a contribution to the cleanup, and some unusual things found, and some other big things that have to be followed up on with machinery to pick up some things, but pretty well a typical cleanup. And you can see yourself over there a big piece of chair that has the opportunities for a woodworker to recreate into a piece for your family room, perhaps.
That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Yes,
we had a person from North Van come out.
Yes.
Is that right? Was that the first?
I was just going to say that, actually. We had people from Mission, Abbotsford, North Van, Langley, Surrey, Prince George,
Prince George.
Yeah, some lady moved up from Halifax.
Yeah, she'd heard about it and come out and decided to help out today. So we're always pleased because we know the valley gets a lot of use because we're only an hour away from 2 million people. And it's always encouraging when we do get a few people from down the valley that come up. North Van, yeah, we had one from North Van too.
Yeah. And you look at the price of gas now, so it's a real commitment. I mean, for them to come up and go back, they're looking at a couple of $20 bills, I guess.
Well, they get here, and then we ask them to go 25 miles further up into the upper river area. That's quite a bit of a commitment for people to make.
Yeah. Well, once again, we have to thank our sponsor, George Shaw from Tim Hortons Chilliwack, Fraser Valley Regional District, the City of Chilliwack, Hub International that provides the water, and you know, it's a real community thing. And you know, we keep thinking we're going to call it quits, but when you look at what we're doing here, it's sort of a bit hard to do that.
That's right.
Yes,
Fisheries and
it
Oceans
is hard
Canada
to do that.
is also a big sponsor of ours too. Fisheries and Oceans Canada.
Fisheries and Oceans, yeah. Of course, they you know, they help as well with their couple of $1,000s they put in. Well, we're going to go get a couple of pictures there of the dumpster, and I think we can go home and have a nap.
Well, I think we should mention too that September 30th, Sunday, is BC Rivers Day, and that's tied in with World Rivers Day, and that'll be at the Fish and Game Club, and so there'll be festivities around the province. But of course, at ours, we make you work first. We have our cleanup, Then we have our barbecue.
And then we have music.
And we have music and entertainment and prizes and displays, and it's a pretty nice day. So Chilliwack Fishing Game Club up the Chilliwack Lake Road on Sunday, September 30th.
Yeah, and we got some good news today. Frank and Ev are going to carry on and do the barbecue for us, which is takes a load off our plate,
and
so to speak.
And it's always a good feed. So.
Certainly is, and the kind of cleanups that we're doing, they're kind of a hands-on thing. You come out here and get your hands dirty and make a real contribution.
Yeah, that's the good part about this. You're actually doing something instead of going to meetings and having studies and stuff. We, like you say, get our hands dirty. Well, let's go and see what we got over here for garbage.
Sure.
Not an awful lot there, Lou, but still, it's you know, better than leaving it out there anyway.
Well, we have had these bins almost full, but I guess we should be quite happy that we're actually collecting less than we usually do. Mm-hmm. Although you still get what you're seeing now down with the metal, and here's some TVs along the side here, and it's hard to fathom that people can actually take these into the recycling areas for free and put them in there, and that's what they're supposed to do. Instead, they dump them out on the riverbanks. But we've got them, and we'll get them to the recycling where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, well, very good. And we must remember First Class. I mean, they do really help us out too with providing the dumpsters there at minimum cost.
Yep. So thank you too, Chris, for helping out. Oh, there goes the blue heron.
There's the blue heron. That's a good way to shut off the coverage of our 35th or 36th cleanup since we've been going 10 years, and close to 80 tons of garbage taken off the riparian zone of the Chilliwack Vedder River system.